The tennis world was still buzzing from the shockwaves of Eala's semifinal victory. A 21-year-old from the Philippines had just dismantled four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka in straight sets. She had reached her first utapetstotini final. She had guaranteed herself a new career-high ranking of world no 24. The Philippines was celebrating. But then Jessica Pegula spoke. The world no 3, the top seed in Washington, the woman who stood between Eala and her first UTA title, had just secured her place in the final with a come-from-behind victory over Diana Schneider. And her words about the Filipino sensation sent social media into a meltdown. I remember in Miami. This was before people knew her as much. I'm assuming tomorrow it's probably going to be worse, Pegula said, reflecting on the overwhelming Filipino support Eala received during their 2025 Miami Open semifinal. I was just like, who are these people? What is going on? I'm an American. I'm in Miami Open. We're in the semis. I live in South Florida. I was just so confused. The confession was raw. It was honest. And it revealed just how massive the Eala phenomenon had become. But then came the words that truly broke the internet. Pegula didn't just acknowledge Eala's popularity. She embraced it. She praised her. She called her the feature of the tour. And she braced herself for what she knew would be the most one-sided crowd she had ever faced. I think she's gained a lot of experience and confidence since last time I played her. Now she's got her feet under her. A little bit more time on tour, a lot of different things. So, it's going to be a tough match, Pegula said. The tennis world was divided. Filipino fans were ecstatic. And Eala, the 21-year-old from Quezon City, had just received the ultimate validation from one of the best players in the world. The stage was set for a blockbuster final. On one side stood Jessica Pegula, the world no 3, the top seed, the veteran who had won 19 UTA titles and was chasing her third of the year. On the other stood Eala, the 21-year-old Filipino sensation who had just knocked off four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka in the semifinals. The stakes could not have been higher. Pegula had earned her place in the final with a hard-fought 7-6 victory over Diana Schneider. She had fallen behind 2 in the first set before ripping off 5 straight games to steal it. It was the kind of gritty, determined performance that had made her one of the most consistent players on the UTA Tour. And it was the kind of experience that Eala would have to overcome. But Eala's semifinal victory had been even more impressive. She had dismantled Osaka 6-4, 6-2 in just 76 minutes. The four-time Grand Slam champion had committed 34 unforced errors while Eala remained composed with only 18. The Filipina had converted 4 of 12 break points and won 71 of her first serve points. It was a statement win. The final would be their second career meeting. Their first encounter came in the semifinals of the 2025 Miami Open, where Pegula had prevailed in a grueling 3-set battle. But that was before Eala's Wimbledon run, before she had beaten Iga Swiatek. Before she had climbed to world no 28. Before she had become the biggest draw in women's tennis. When Pegula addressed the press after her semifinal victory, she didn't just talk about the match. She talked about the phenomenon that was Eala. She recalled their meeting at the Miami Open, when Eala was still a rising star, still relatively unknown outside tennis circles. I was just like, who are these people? What is going on, she said. I'm an American. I'm in Miami Open. We're in the semis. I live in South Florida. Where are these people coming from? The words were humorous, but they revealed a deeper truth. Eala's fan base had grown so large, so passionate, that it had left even the world no 3 baffled. And Pegula knew that it would only be worse in Washington. I'm assuming tomorrow it's probably going to be worse, she said. I don't know if there's more Filipino here compared to Miami, but Miami I was just like, who are these people? What is going on? The confession went viral. Filipino fans flooded social media with pride. Tennis analysts debated the impact of Eala's phenomenon. And the final became must-watch television. But Pegula wasn't done. She also praised Eala's progress since their last meeting. I think she's gained a lot of experience and confidence since last time I played her, she said. Now she's got her feet under her. A little bit more time on tour, a lot of different things. So, it's going to be a tough match. And then came the words that would be repeated across the tennis world, it's going to be a battle. Alex, I'm a big fan of her. She's the feature of the tour and she's already here. Pegula's words were more than just praise. They were an acknowledgement of the phenomenon that Eala had become. Earlier in the tournament, Pegula had spoken about the unique challenge of playing against someone who commands such a massive and passionate following. She knew that the crowd would be overwhelmingly in Eala's favor. She had experienced it in Miami. She was bracing for it in Washington. Tournament chairman Mark Ian had already revealed just how big Eala's impact has been. Over the last month the ticketing team says at least 80, if not more, of the requests in this tournament are about when is Alex Eala playing. He said. I think it's more. It's not an exaggeration. Eala's fans had come from across the East Coast. They had packed the stands, waved Philippine flags, and chanted her name. They had created an atmosphere that even the World No. 3 couldn't ignore. Pegula's words acknowledged the power of that support. She didn't complain about it, she didn't downplay it, she accepted it and she prepared for it. Pegula's final statement was a testament to the respect between the two players. She had beaten Eala in Miami. She knew how dangerous the Filipina could be. And she knew that Eala had only gotten better since then. She came in with a really good mindset, her coach Joan Bosch had said earlier in the tournament. Eala had proven that her victories were not flukes. She had beaten Olympic gold medalists, defending champions, and top 10 opponents. She had earned her place in the final. Pegula acknowledged that journey. I think she's gained a lot of experience and confidence since last time I played her, she said. Now she's got her feet under her. A little bit more time on tour, a lot of different things. The respect was mutual. Eala had spoken of Pegula with admiration. She's such a great player, she had said before the final. I'm looking forward to the challenge. The final between Pegula and Eala was more than just a tennis match. It was a clash of generations. A clash of styles. A clash of nations. Pegula was chasing her 20th career title and her second in Washington. She was the veteran, the favorite, the player who had been there before. Eala was chasing her first WTA title, the biggest of her career. She was the rising star, the underdog, the player with nothing to lose. Pegula's final statement had set the stage perfectly. She had acknowledged the challenge. She had praised her opponent. She had braced herself for the atmosphere. And she had made it clear that she was ready to fight. It's going to be a battle, she had said. And it was. From the cracked courts of Quezon City to the biggest stage of her career. From a 39-year-old girl alone in Spain to a national hero celebrated by presidents and adored by millions. From being told she couldn't do it to standing on the brink of history. Alex Eala had defied every expectation. And Jessica Pegula's final statement was proof that the tennis world could no longer ignore her. Leben lang. Always. And remember, on RallyVerse, we bring you the stories that define the sport, the drama, the respect, the moments that change everything. Stay tuned for more.